people that I'm going to call. Plus the pictures of dentist. Because it's joking. Now I got the video turned off. They can't see me. They can hear me.
All right, you guys, we're going to get started in just a second. If you will look at your screen and see if you have the mute button muted, so that way if there's background noise, it can be a little distracting to other people. And we'll have a talking time. I compiled your questions. Somebody's joining. I compiled your questions together. A lot of you had similar questions, and so maybe I'll have answered them all before we're done here. Okay, somebody's in the midst of joining. Once this person's in, we will get started. All right, so I think we're good to go. All right, you guys, my name is, well, let me edit this person, Carol Lindsay. I'm the principal, and I'm so excited. I've been on this computer waiting for you guys since about 20 after. That's a picture of my daughter and me when she was going into pre-K. It was a very exciting, happy year. This is a picture of our assistant principal, Mrs. Mandy Lund, and her son, Harrison. I thought it would be fun to include them because we're not just administrators, we're also moms, and we understand a lot of your concerns, and we share a lot of concerns. We do have special visitors with us this evening, and these are members of our governance team, and I wanted to highlight them because we're always looking for new members. And we'll have a couple of positions opening up this year. The governance team, we're a charter system, and so we have representatives from people's families and our school. And so Lisa Brown and Tina West are our teacher representatives. Caleb Jordan, that's Felicia Jordan, our music teacher. It's her husband. He is a parent rep. Jill Pilgrim is a parent rep. Erin Moore is also a parent, but she's our business rep. And then I chair the governance team. People who are on the governance team, they serve for 4 years. It's not a huge commitment of time, about 6 hours out of your year. It's 6 meetings per year. We set the calendar based on everybody's schedules, and then people, and then we make it public. We put it out to the public. We do manage a small budget. In fact, all of our iReady materials are purchased with the governance team budget. In the past, our music was paid for with the governance team budget as well. And our meetings are posted, they're open to the public, and the minutes are always open to the public as well for public review. So that might interest you this year, and at the end of the year, I'll be sending out a little email. So hopefully some of y'all will join us. And I really appreciate everybody who puts in extra time like that. All right. So if y'all do me a favor and mute your, there we go, that's great. Y'all, I wanted to say that all of the reasons we're doing what we're doing is for one reason. It's to keep our kids healthy, but it's also to keep our doors open. If we can, we really want to avoid having to go back into quarantine. So, all of these precautions, for what they're worth, we're really trying hard to think things through and to keep kids kind of in their own pods all day to try to help prevent the spread of illness. Okay, so what I did is I just did a printout of all your questions, and I just made a little PowerPoint for you guys. And I'm going to go through them and answer them. So first of all, there were several questions about PE, art, and music, and also a question just flat out, are our kids going to have PE? They will have all of these things. They'll also have a computer. They typically have 2 PEs, an art and music, a computer. They'll have additional rotations, including their second step, the social emotional curriculum that we have, and then also our media center. So Mrs. Johnson, a media specialist, will come in every 7 days to all the classes. She's going to teach them how to use Destiny, our online book checkout program, so that kids can check out books and things like that. And she also will do her read alouds, all the things she does in the media center, she will take to their classrooms. So art and music and things like our second step, social emotional curriculum, as well as computers, will come to the classrooms this year. Again, we want to keep our kids in the pods and avoid a lot of crossing over, ensuring that the kids are kind of together and not, we used to have 5 specials and everybody went to a different one every day. But because we have 7 homerooms, we have to combine students to make that happen. So now we don't have to combine the classes. Students will have PE. They will go outside when the weather is permitting for PE. Again, they'll stay in separate classes. And when weather isn't good, they'll go to the gyms. We happen to have 2 gyms, one for the elementary and one for the primary, and so we can separate them that way. So they'll have everything that they've always had. It'll just look a little different. Okay, well, students have recess. You bet they're going to have recess. They're going to have 45 minutes like they always have. Teachers right now are working on signing up for their students' time slot, and it won't be as free as it's been in the past. You know, oh, you guys have done great, we're going to go outside for 10 additional minutes. It won't be quite like that, but everybody is going to have their regular 30 minutes of playtime. Okay, will ice cream be sold? So the cafeteria sells the ice cream, and since they're going to be serving breakfast and lunch in the classrooms, they're going to get started with that, and then they will add ice cream. I emailed Rich Freeman, our nutrition guru, and asked him about this, and he said maybe give it a week and they'll probably have it. And for those of you who want to purchase ice cream, it's 75 cents, but we'll announce it when it's ready to be sold. All right, morning drop-off. So morning drop-off is going to work. The buses are going to drop off on the side of the school, so only cars will come to the front of the school. We'll have people on duty like we always do, and drop-off will not begin until 7:15. Because we cannot congregate our students in the cafeteria, we have to have staff present in order to supervise the children. So staff will be here at 7:15 and children will go directly to their homerooms in the morning. Breakfast will be served around 7:20 after the first few days of school. The first few days of school will start at 7:30. So that morning drop-off won't be that different. The only difference is, and I'll speak to this later on in this little presentation, but the only difference is on Friday and Monday. Sorry guys, what's happening to my screen? Can everybody see my screen, by the way? Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right. So on Friday and Monday, one adult will be able to walk the child into the class. The adult will need a mask on. The adult will leave out of the nearest exit, and there won't be any congregating in the hallways. Additionally, the child will be dropped off at the classroom door. The adult will not go in the classroom. So that'll be morning drop-off on Friday and Monday, and after that, we will have a lot of personnel out front in the buildings looking out for our kids like we always do. Okay, afternoon pickup is going to be a little bit different. We are going to dismiss here at 2:20. The state gives us minimal time requirements for class, and in K2, they happen to have fewer minutes than everybody else in the school system. So we felt like this was an opportunity to be able to alleviate some congestion in the afternoon. So first thing in the afternoon at 2:20, all the buses, 8 buses, will be double parked out front. Teachers will walk the children out and put them on the buses. And then after that, the cars will pull in for car rider pickup. Students at the front of the building, if they're in a class in the front of the building, they'll be dismissed from their classrooms. Second grade will be dismissed from the cafeteria. And classes that don't have an outside door will also congregate. They have specific places they'll be in the building, and they'll dismiss from there. There will be no walk-up. Until some things relax with this pandemic, we will not have walk-up. So I met with our resource officer today, and I talked to him about that you know, when parents are looking to cross the street, they don't need to cross the street, because there won't be. We are not going to be able to congregate that many kids from all these different classes together. So there won't be any of that. The good news is, though, is that you should be able to pick up your child a little bit earlier here and get to wherever else you need to go a little more. Give me 1 second. So if you guys can mute your microphones, that will be helpful. Okay. When will we get car rider tags? For those of you who have kindergarten or preschoolers, you can get it if you meet with the teacher with an appointment. If it is first grade or second grade, what you can do is just let the teacher know you're going to need one, and we will get one to you the first day of school. Okay, if you walk your child in, you could pick it up when you pick your child or drop your child off on that first Friday. Okay. Will parents be able to go on field trips? Unfortunately, we have no field trips at this time. So I'm sure that when it's safe for us to go on field trips again, we will be able to have parents come too. So no problem there. We can't wait, y'all, to get back to normal. So, all right. What will breakfast and lunch look like? Although it will be in the classroom, the menus will be very similar to what your child has experienced in the past. They will still have their hot options and all those sorts of things. Our food and nutrition managers have been working so hard on this. And so, you know, I think it'll become a well-oiled machine. We'll give it a few days and let them work all the quirks out. But it really should be fine. The teachers are prepared for it. And somebody asked, should I pack a lunch for my child? It won't matter either way. I mean, if that's your usual practice, then you go ahead. But if your child usually buys a lunch, it'll be fine. They're still going to have their options, just the same as they have in the past. All right, social distancing in the classrooms. Guys, many of you have seen the classrooms here, and they are an unusual shape. Many of them are triangular shape. And so when we look at social distancing, it's just, there's not probably going to be 6 feet between our children because we're going to work within the space we have to keep our kids safe, but we can't guarantee 6 feet. I did ask Miss Linda to help me get some numbers together as far as about how many kids will be in a classroom. In pre-K, around 22. In kindergarten, there'll be around 19 students and per class, and there's about 2 kids per class online. And so that's going to reduce the class size to about 17 of in-person learning. So it is smaller than it's been in the past. First grade is a larger group, and in first grade, there's going to be around 20 kids, and there's 1 to 2 kids on online class. So that reduces it to about 18 or 19 students per class in first grade. In second grade, there are 17 to 19 kids in a classroom and around 2 kids online in each class. And so that reduces that class size to around 15 to 17 students per class. So that just kind of gives you an idea, you know, of how many students might be there. In terms of masks, we're asking our staff to wear masks. Students are required to wear masks when they are on the bus. When they're in the building, if they have a mask, we would like them to wear it in the hallways, like when they go to the restroom and things like that. But some teachers may ask them to wear a mask. I've heard the teachers have been calling y'all today, and I've heard a lot of nice things, you know, that you guys have just really been excited about the school year starting and very helpful in terms of just being open to the idea of masks in different situations. And we just appreciate your flexibility. We know it'll be a challenge. We know some of you are there and you want your kids to wear a mask. And we would ask you to be sure that your kids understand your expectation for that mask and for that mask to stay on. And I hope that you've been practicing at home for a while as well. So we know they're kids, we know they're little, and we're going to work with them and we're going to be safe. And so speaking of that, there are a lot of questions about different scenarios with our COVID, people having different diagnoses. So just want you to know that every building or every school building in Commerce City has a full-time nurse in it, okay? We have a room dedicated to anyone with flu-like symptoms to isolate, and no one will use that room for anything else this year. And the nurse ultimately will determine whatever our next steps are if somebody is ill. Now, Commerce City, Dr. Talbert, as superintendent, did release some guidance, and I linked it to this, and I'll share this, and I'm recording it for parents who have maybe come in late or have, you know, other things to do this evening and can't be with us live. So anyway, you can read that link, and it will show you and all the different scenarios and using state guidance and guidance from our health department. That is how we plan to deal with different issues relating to illness. And keep in mind, and y'all know this, that this is a very fluid thing. If we get new guidance, you know, from the state and the health department, and of course we will read it. So this is considered a living document that could possibly change. So you might have questions. I thought I would stop right here and just explain some things that we're doing within our building and resources that we have within our building. Over here on the left of the classroom, every classroom teacher, they were delivered today, has a humongous gallon jug of CDC approved hand sanitizer. They also have a disinfectant that is CDC approved and kills viruses. They have rubber gloves, paper towels, and the teachers will keep commonly touched surfaces in the classroom wiped down. Okay. Also, we do a video morning announcements with the pledge and things like that. And following that, we'll always have some sort of video or daily reminder of just cleanliness and reinforcing really clean habits. Within our building, the custodian will have a schedule for routine cleaning of any frequently touched surfaces. We do have a restroom and recess schedule, and it's not to keep kids. If kids have to use the bathroom, they are going to go to the bathroom. We are not in that business. So everybody who's got to go potty is going to get to go potty. But we need some kind of schedule so that classes aren't overlapping on each other in the hallways or in the restrooms, but also so that those who are cleaning the restrooms will see it on a schedule and know times that they might be able to pop in and do a good wipe down on things. So we have a fogger in every one of our school buildings, and our building will be sanitized throughout the week. If we have an issue, we can actually sanitize a room within 30 minutes using the fogger. The service board has asked us to try to keep that in the evenings as much as possible, just because, you know, it is a hazardous substance. But we really could do it safely in a classroom if we needed to. We are encouraging masks in the hallways and in the restrooms, and we'll have signage everywhere to help just promote safety. And just as an extra reminder, put a little more soap in our hands and wash them really good when we're in the bathroom. And we will try to avoid sharing materials, which is kind of like the antithesis of what we do in elementary, right? We like to share and things, but we will avoid doing that just to keep materials clean. And so it is a very good idea, you guys. Label everything for your child so it's all there together for your child. All right. Okay. How will I receive information and notifications from the school and my child's teacher? Y'all, you got to update the parent portal. That is huge. It's so important. Somebody's going to tell you you're going to talk about this, and they're going to be like, well, I didn't even know about that. Well, it's because they've got to update their numbers in the parent portal. So anybody who says they don't know what's going on at school, you talk to them about that, because they really need to update the parent portal. Super important. The directions are on our Facebook page. They're on our web page, and the teachers have all received copies of them. They will be glad to send you the instructions. Angie Ingram at the board office is happy to help you. 706-335-5500. Please, you've got to get that parent portal updated. In fact, all of our open house forms are going to be done through the parent portal, and you will sign off. Remember how you have to fill all that out? It still takes a little time. I've done it for my daughter already, but it is a lot simpler. I hope you like it. I did. As a mom, I liked it. All right, here's another one. Can parents wearing a mask walk children in on the first day? How will we get supplies to the kids' classrooms? And say Friday and Monday only, one adult wearing a mask can come in with those things and drop the child off at the teacher's door. Don't go in the classroom. You'll exit the nearest exit, which a lot of times is like at the end of the hall, and don't go in the classroom. Okay? 2 days. And please don't congregate in the hallways. You can imagine how busy, like in kindergarten and pre-K, those could get. So please give your kiss goodbye and head on out. We will take good care of them. And I know it seems like sometimes they cry and they're brokenhearted, but y'all, I promise, in 2 minutes, 9 times out of 10, some are very committed, but 9 times out of 10, they will dry it up in no time. You'd be surprised. But we will love them. We will take such good care of them. We cannot wait to see them. All right, so open house. How do we find out who our child's teacher is? You should have received a call today, but what we are learning is parents have lots of questions and teachers want to answer their questions, so the calling has been taking a bit of time. So I did notice on Facebook some parents said they hadn't received a call, and I think some teachers were really exhausted. They gave up around 4 or 5 and they went home, and I told them it was fine. So they'll call you in the morning. So it is a good idea if you haven't downloaded the Remind app to go ahead and download that on your phone. It might help things be a little quicker. But y'all, I can't say enough about updating your information on the parent portal. Super important, but also you can check your child's grades there, attendance, you name it. It's a great place. You can see how much money they have in their lunch account. It's really awesome. And then you have it for the next 12 years possibly. So pretty convenient. So what's our open house plan? You've probably already heard it, but in pre-K and kindergarten, the teachers are calling you to make an appointment. So 2 adults can come in, wear masks, and set an appointment with the teacher. But you can also just watch a video. If you just want to watch a video, it's fine too. And that will be, we have a YouTube channel, and we will push those out through Remind. So 1st and 2nd grade will be online only from 5 to 7. And it'll be Wednesday, the same hours our open house normally would be, and they will be online live. So if your child wants to pop in and say hello, he can do that or she can do that. But the teacher will also have a link to a video that they have pre-recorded introducing themselves and showing their classroom and just different points of interest in their rooms. So you'll have an online option through our YouTube channel, and you will have either an in-person option if your child is going into kindergarten or pre-K, and a virtual online experience from 5 to 7 on Wednesday. Okay, y'all, we are not going to let your babies get lost. If they're lost, it'll be for like this much time, because when we see that lost little look, we are going to take care of them. We're going to have personnel all throughout our building looking out for our babies. But also teach your child to be proactive with him or herself. I know some are shy. We would totally get that. But you just let them know that every grown-up in that building wants to help them, wants them to have the best day ever. And so, but sometimes we need help helping them. So if they're not sure about something, if they'll let us know, we are glad to help them. Please feel free to email Mrs. Lund or myself if you ever have questions or concerns. Sometimes it's a little easier to get me by email because I am principal of 2 buildings. And so I might not have like be near the phone or a secretary for a message, but usually I have my phone or a device with me and I can check my email. So I usually see that quicker. Okay, y'all, I'm looking forward to this year. We are going to have a year like no other. It really will be extraordinary, and it's going to be whatever we make it to be. And so we're pretty committed here at Commerce Primary to making it the best year ever. Definitely the most unique year ever, and we hope the last of this kind of year. But regardless, whatever storms come, we're going to stick together and get through things. We would ask you just to be open to just communicate with us when you have questions or concerns. We know that there's a possibility that you might have to quarantine. Your family might have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and it'll be okay. We have a plan for that between the teacher and the Edgenuity online platform that we have. So we're prepared for that. And we're going to have questions we have never even had to consider before. And we're prepared for that too. We don't profess to know all the answers, but we will work hard to work together to make things as good as they possibly can be. I see I have some chats. Let me see here. What questions? Okay. Ms. Tullis, what we're going to do is we're going to post this. We're recording it, and so you can hear the entire thing over again. We'll push it out through Remind, and we will also push it out through on Facebook. We'll push it out to our link on our YouTube channel. Let's see. Yes, Mr. Parker, the link to the portal is on our Facebook page, and it's also on our school webpage. But if you were to shoot me an email, I'll email you back the directions. That's no problem at all. Those using Edgenuity, that should be pushed out later this week. Wednesday and Thursday are device pickup days for those who are doing digital learning. And there will be some videos and things to help you guys get up to speed on all the different features of Edgenuity. All right, you are welcome, Ms. Tullis. And yes, as I mentioned, parents, 1 adult will be able to walk the child into the classroom on Friday with a mask on, drop off at the classroom door, and go to the nearest exit. No problem. All right, Ms. Pledger, I think you might have joined us a little bit later, but I actually addressed PE, art, music, and recess at the beginning, and we will push this link out. They'll have all of the above, and we'll push this link out to you guys so you can watch the whole thing and hear all the answers, because we really want you to hear everything. We've done our best to think things through to give your kids the best year ever in a pandemic. I think that is everybody's questions. And we will post the video as soon as it's ready. I don't know, give us till tomorrow morning, okay? Just to be sure. All right, with COVID protocol, that is linked in this, but their COVID protocol is also linked on our back to school plan page. And if you will look at that, there are different scenarios, and I don't want to misspeak, and I don't have it in front of me. So if you will go there, it will show you kind of our decision tree and under circumstances, what we will do in those circumstances. Oh, okay, Mr. Parker, good job. For afternoon car riders, on Friday, it'll be the same as every other day of the week. We will, you'll have your car tag on your car, and we will call your child's name, and your child will come out of the building. The kids will not be on the sidewalk piled on top of each other anymore. Okay, you will get your car tag. If you walk your child in Friday morning, you can get the car tag before you leave. But if not, you'll get it that afternoon. You'll probably just have to tell whoever is calling names the name, that your child's name. Okay, are there any other questions that you can think of? We will post this for you guys to have it. I think the rain is clearing up, so if you want to go on the prayer walk, you might be able to do it dry. Oh, here's some more. Let's see. You know, Miss Ochoa, I don't know what time staff buses will go. We will figure that out. Probably ask the principal in the middle school, ask Dr. Powell. He'll have a better time. Mrs. Wilkie, the transportation director, usually sends us the information kind of that day. And of course, y'all know how it's going to be those first 7, 8 school days. It's going to be a little crazy till everything smooths out. On Friday, none of the after-school programs meet, and so we have a lot more car traffic on Friday than we'll have on Monday. So be patient for us. All right, let's see. Let's see a couple more questions. You are welcome, Mr. Brown. Let's see. So I have a question here about pre-K open house online. If you choose the online option on Wednesday evening, the video for the teacher to introduce herself in her classroom will be posted on our YouTube page for Commerce. But the teacher is going to call you. So if the teacher didn't get in touch with you today, you could expect a call tomorrow morning. Oh, you're very welcome. We do really want to work hard for the kids. We are so excited. You have no idea. Like, I am not a morning person. I popped out of bed at 5 a.m. I was ready to go this morning. This is a great question about if you change your mind. If you know, some parents have chosen Edgenuity, and then that we've already gotten some phone calls. Nope, I want my child to be in school. And a couple feel the opposite. Their health things have changed at home, and you know what, we want to support you whatever you want for your child, but you have until August 14th, mark that on your calendar, Friday the 14th, to change your mind. And then after that, we're pretty much locked in. We know that kids are going to have to leave, that, you know, things are going to happen, and we're going to have people have to quarantine, and we're going to roll with it, and we're going to work with you. But pretty much it's for the kids' continuity of their education and having them back and forth, because we change our mind. You know, take that 6 days and figure out, make sure this is what you want. And then that's going to be the commitment until the end of the semester. Let's see. What time will school be? Yeah, the buses, the kids will load the buses at 2:20. And so once we get this, you know, down pat, probably it'll be 2:35. I would expect the first few days, and then it'll get faster and faster. So I would think by 2:30, if you're in the car line, you'll be pulling in pretty quickly. But give us a little time on that. I'm sorry, there won't be any walk up, not even on Friday or Monday. Okay, everybody stays in their cars. There won't be any walk up. Sorry. All right, I got a few more. Yeah, pre-K. Now, pre-K isn't online. I guess you're asking about open house, and it is not. It's in person. You'll just make an appointment with the teachers. And some of you guys, for your work schedules, they have reserved like 5 to 7 in the evening on Wednesday for that. And it's going to be about 10, 15 minutes. It's a meet and greet, see the classroom, and then the teacher will escort you to the closest exit and go to the front door to allow the next appointment in. So it'll run pretty tight. Oh, okay. So somebody was asking about lunch, to put money in your child's lunch account. And for a pre-K student, because your student is new to our school and system, and your child won't be like live with us until the first day of school. So probably you won't see it. The parent portal opens for parents on Wednesday at 3 p.m. And so you should be able to, put it in there by then, and if not, I would give it to the first day Friday. That's a good question. Okay, so you meant the pre-K distance learning option. If you are interested in that, please contact Mandy Lund because if a pre-K student, it's funded a little differently. So if a pre-K student is going to go online, it is a full year commitment. And if you were to change your mind, you have to go on the waiting list and wait for a space to become available in pre-K. So it's a little more, you got to be a little more committed to it. And so if you want to talk to that, Mrs. Lund would be glad to talk to you about that. Yep, if you have leftover money, it rolls over for your child for lunch, no problem. Somebody's trying to get in my door. All right. I'm happy to hang on if you guys have any. So if you have a pre-K student and your child has to be quarantined for like 10 to 14 days, it is no problem at all. You will just let the teacher know and we'll roll with that in pre-K. It won't be the same as going full-time online. Hey, okay. You help yourself. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know that after school money rolls over. If you will get in touch with Miss Purcell, lee.purcell@commercecityschools.org, she can help you with that. She is
Miss
our
Lindsay.
guru. Yes, ma'am.
The money will roll over for after school.
Cool.
All of that has been noted, and anything that was left over from last year will be taken to this year's account if the kids are staying.
Great. So there's your answer on that. Thank you, Miss Lund. After school should start on Monday. Yes, ma'am. And there is information about after school on our school webpage if you are interested to learn more. Anybody interested? All right. Well, I will hang out for a couple, little longer. Probably sign off around 6:30 because I'm going to meet with the elementary school parents in just a little bit. But if you have questions that come to you later, please feel free to email Mrs. Lund or me. We are so glad to talk to you. If you're walking the students in on Friday or Monday morning, what I would park probably, you can either park across the street and walk across, and a lot of parents do that. And sometimes there's space in our side parking lot as well. What I would ask you to do, please do not park behind the building because that can become a big mess. You might wind up with a fender bender. But you cannot park on the side of the school because buses are exiting from the side of the school. All pre-K students start on Friday. Yes, ma'am.
Miss Lindsay, actually, they will start half the pre.
Yep.
Half the pre-K kids will come on Friday and half will come on Monday, and the whole class will start on Tuesday. Your child's teacher should tell you when they call which day your child will start on. That's just so they can get procedures down.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you, Miss Lund. That's right. The teacher will let you know. So somebody said park in the teachers. You can park across the street or in the teacher's parking lot. The teacher's parking lot will be pretty full, but if you find a space, you're welcome to park there. It'll be a busy morning. The earlier you get here, the more space there is. Yeah, if you didn't get a call today, I'm sorry you didn't get a call, but you should expect one tomorrow. I think the calls just took a lot longer than we anticipated. Teachers arrive at 7:15. Some have training in the morning, most don't. So sometime tomorrow, you can always call the front office if you're curious, and we'll send an email to the teacher. Oh, goodness. Good question. Scholastic book sales. Y'all, I love the book fair, and I'm so sad, but there's no book fair first semester. And we did ask if we could do even an online book fair, and Scholastic said they weren't planning on it. So we're kind of bummed about that. Hopefully, maybe January 2021 will bring us all good things, including book fairs. Oh yeah, the numbers do look crazy. When they pop up on your phone, it could be Louisiana, Washington, D.C., it could be from anywhere. So yeah. And that's because we're using the Remind app, and teachers are able to use their phones. And so it does, if you get some crazy call, it's probably not a telemarketer, it could be your child's teacher. All right, you guys. Well, it's almost 6:30, and I'm going to get ready to sign off because the elementary school is in the next hour to chat with parents there. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can email me or Mrs. Lund, like I said. Our inboxes are getting pretty full, but we will answer as quick as we can. Yeah. Yeah, if you have something blocked on your cell phone to not recognize, like numbers you don't know, that could be why you didn't hear from anybody today. Well, y'all, it is 6:30, and so we will sign off. And I did see a question just popped in about leaving a message. Yes, if they're able to leave a message, they will. So if your phone is set up to receive messages, they will leave you a message for sure. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening. We are so excited about the first of the year, and we can't wait to see your kids. Hope it's going to be just a really blessed time for all of us. And please always feel free to reach out. Have a great night. Bye.